Hello, this is Bakugo X Listener Part 3. I hope whoever is watching enjoys. You perked up all the potential topics to him, hopefully making a conversation. However, much to your dismay, Bakugo only replied short and bland or harsh answers. As a result, you decided to keep quiet, thinking that he doesn't want to talk. So you respected him for that. Unbeknownst to you, Bakugo did not want to have an actual civil conversation with you. But then it was as if he was cursed ever since birth to reply such answers that were blunt and straight to the point, which avoided more conversations. What was worse for the both of you was the silence you both shared was awkward. Awkward, you joked. No heck, he replied, continuing to uncomfortably look down to the ground and his footsteps. He tucked both of his hands deep down in his pockets since his palms were sweating. Of course, he didn't want to show it, especially in front of you. But then you were saved as soon as your eyes spotted in front of a park. You stopped your steps and gawked at it with awe. Bakugo, Bakugo, can we please go in? You pleaded, clasping both of your hands together, looking at him. He sighed, clicking his tongue. Whatever. You better hurry, dollface. Your eyes sparkled in delight before nodding as you skipped your merry way inside of the park. Bakugo followed while grumbling a few incoherent words underneath his breath. As soon as he found your figure, he felt his world stop for a minute. You crouched, looking at the flower bed, awestruck by the beauty and scent they radiate. It just made you happier, widening your face, and the sight of that had made Bakugo's poor heart skip a beat, to which you unknowingly never fail in doing so. But then again, he brushed it off like he always does. Although he couldn't help but feel his breath hitch as soon as his eyes laid on you. You continued to admire the flower, stunned. And he wasn't as far as that what he did as well, because he was staring at the most beautiful blooming flower in the park, and that was you. The boy didn't know he was gazing at you softly for a long time already. That was when Bakugo moved to crouch by your side, also turning to look at the flowers. So, what's your favorite flower? He asks shyly. You snapped away your stare at the flowers to look at him in shock. It was you all the time who had started conversations and topics, and now that Bakugo had finally took a move, you surely didn't want to waste this. He took this as a sign of your improving progress, knowing that you wouldn't give up on him for anything. I adore any of your favorite flower you'd like. You chirped, still looking at him. What about you? He clicked his tongue again. I don't have any favorite flowers. Well, I'm sure you'd find the perfect type of flower, though. Each and every flower has its own meaning or two. Bakugo hummed in response, urging you to continue. My grandparents loved flowers. They helped me plant my first plant, which was my favorite flower. You smiled, warming, remembering the memory. Where are your old hags now? He asks, mentally taking notes. You cringed by his nickname towards your grandparents, yet quickly brushing it off. I live with them at the moment. I also live with my aunt and cousin, but Auntie rarely comes home since she's busy while my older cousin is at a place far away from us for his college. You explained thoroughly. Bakugo continued to take notes in his mind. Oh, your parents? You flinched, widening your eyes before looking away. I don't really like talking about them. Sorry. This was when Bakugo mentally kicked himself in the guts, cursing underneath his breath. I didn't mean to. You cut him off, laughing, making the slight tension ease in the air. It's all right. I should be apologizing to you, though, for cutting you off. You stood up, patting, fixing your shirt. Let's go? Bakugo hummed, agreeing before standing up as well. Soon, the rest of the time you both shared walking to his house was completely successful, much to both of you enjoy. Whoa, Bakugo, you didn't tell me you live in a mansion. The boy led you to a huge house. Even the front yard was huge. It was crystal clear to you that he was well off. It's not a mansion, okay? Bakugo rolled his eyes, unlocking his door. He had then opened it, gesturing for you to come in first before him like a gentleman. You thanked him, leaving your shoes by the shoe rack. Bakugo flickered the light switch on, showing a well-furnished home. Your jaw dropped at his extravagant house. You were the second person who is acquainted with who had been inside his house, since Midoriya was his first as his childhood companion. Where are your parents? Annoying hag's gonna be back at 7, he replied. Go place your butt in the living room and wait, he grumbled, throwing his bag to the couch. You nodded, sitting on the carpet floor, leaning your back to the couch behind you. Like what Kirishima had reminded him, Bakugo offered you a drink, much to your surprise. Oi, little doll face, do you want a drink or something? He asks. Thank you for your concern, but I'll pass. You politely reject. I'm not concerned, dollface, he remarked, yelling from the kitchen. Maybe he wasn't as bad as you thought he was. You giggled in response as he arrived back with snacks and a juice that he got for himself. Your eyes went wide. You saw the snacks displayed on the table, while Bakugo took a seat beside you, but with distance from you. You took a bite of the snack, letting out an audible moan-like noise. Bakugo felt himself twitch before quickly grabbing his juice, chugging it, hoping to raise his inappropriate thoughts. Don't do things like that, idiot, he growled, looking away as he placed his juice on the table, hitting your head with his ruler. You frowned at him, but then brushed it off when your eyes sparkled once again, setting it on the juice. You gasped. Is that my favorite juice? Yeesh, do you always have to yell that loud? He complained when he was far away worser. Rude, you huffed. But can I have some though? You didn't tell me it'd be favorite juice. That's because you didn't ask, dollface. And sure, I'll go get another. But then he was interrupted again when you had taken a sip from the same container of his juice that he had drunk. Ah, refreshing. Thank you. You smiled widely. Bakugo hit your head with his ruler again, before face-palming mentally, thinking and cursing how dense you were for not realizing the both of you had shared an indirect kiss. Freaking dense little piece of... Are you okay, Bakugo? You asked, concerned. Hecking, he scolded before taking a deep breath. I'm fine. You still looked at him, confusing, before continuing to open your notebook. Bakugo did the same, taking out his notes and his laptop that was already set on the table. Soon then, the both of you shared ideas and continued to work on your task. Sorry for the mistakes in this one. This was part 3 and part 4 at the same time, because if I did only part 3, it would have been really short. So I did part 3 and part 4 in the same video. Part 5 will be posted soon as well. Thank you for listening or watching this. Please do leave a like. It helps me out a lot. And maybe subscribe. I don't know. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you can if you want. I wouldn't mind if you didn't. I don't know what to say. Bye.